Story time. So in 2019, I was 2 years into my 7 year bid, 6 years, 9 months actually. And I had a friend, and her name's Cheyenne. We called her Shasha. Well, I did. I gave her that nickname, but she was my female friend, and she was me and Monique's friend, but she was this kid Matt's girlfriend. So if you put it together, that's cool. But out of respect for her family, I'm not gonna say her last name. Some people around my area will know who I'm talking about, and that's okay. We were writing back and forth because she was in Marysville, and she did like I want to say a year. So I tell Monique on the phone, hey, I got a letter. I wrote her back a few times just out of respect and shit. She's like, okay, cool. Her boyfriend was my brother's age more, but they grew up and they lived not too far from the Kingsley Arms apartments, which at that time I lived over there, like behind Convenient. And her and Matt lived right on the other side of the woods. We would actually cut through that trail to do deals with each other on some not so positive stuff. So she ends up, writing me. We get in contact. We probably write like 4 letters back and forth. But the last letter she said, I get out soon. I just wanted to let you know, but me and Matt ain't together no more. She said the one main thing I'm happy about is going home and having the freedom to pretty much do and be what I want, which that's her business and whatnot. But she was talking about how she had all that time clean and she was going to stay clean and this and that. But then I write her back and it sends back saying, return to sender. So I get the letter and I'm like, okay, she must have got out, which is a good thing. I'd rather her get out than read my damn mail during mail call, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't really thinking nothing of it that she got out, but mind you, it takes a few days for letters to come back and forth. So she had already been home for probably 2 to 3 days. On that same exact day that she sent me this letter, which I have taped in my Bible, okay? I call home and Monique says, hey, babe, I gotta tell you something. And I'm like, what? She's like, your friend Shy that you was in contact with. I'm like, yeah. She was like, I guess they found her today in her mom's bathroom or something. I could be wrong about that part, but I think they said it was her mom's or a family member's bathroom. So the moral of the story is she passed away. She had all these, dreams about staying clean and talking about having the freedom of being able to talk to guys and this and that. And she wanted to live her life. She was a young girl. She was really cool. I remember another like detail that's kind of irrelevant, but I always thought was, this is a very like specific detail. And I always thought that it had to be hard for her to go through this. I actually remember one time that we were all making bad choices, doing some dumb, shit. And we had to go for a car ride. And Monique and Matt stayed on the porch. And we went for a car ride to Giant Eagle. And when we went on that car ride to Giant Eagle, we were getting to meet a D-boy. And it was my people. I don't even know why it went like that, but it just me and her went. And they sat on the porch at my grandma. On the way, we was just in this deep conversation about how we both wanted to get clean and stuff. And for some reason, she started telling me about this bag that she had to have like on her stomach because I guess it was, something she had going on that made her have to have the thing. And she just like randomly brought it up and started telling me about how she has to like clean it and this and that. And we just started getting close over time. And I felt really bad to find out and hear that she passed because we were just friends, but she like kind of clinged to me a lot. Like, and Monique never got mad about it or nothing. Surprisingly, it never made her feel weird or nothing. But it was like, I might be kind of going a little far with it saying this, but I feel like it was the whole father figure thing. And I don't even know if she had a father in her life. I don't know. But what do they call it? Like the daddy issues thing or whatever. It seemed like that. Like she looked at me like her big bro or something. Like every time I see her, she'd give me a hug and she would tell me what was going on in her life. And she's cried a couple times. Like she just vent to me and shit. Her and Matt were really close. I don't know what happened with them, but I hope he's doing good. I don't know. I haven't talked to him. I just wanted to make this video in honor of her, and that's why I have this saved and actually taped to here. that people probably will figure out who I'm talking about. But the moral of the story is she had a chance to go home and have her life back on track like I do, but for whatever reason she chose to do that and go that route. And she already had things going on in her personal life, like what I just told you. That's why I kind of brought that up, because about the bag, because it made me think like she probably had to obviously have that in jail. That would be hard. People have things going on people don't even know about. You know, I never knew that. When we went on that car ride, and she just kind of vented and opened up to me. I would have never known, because like it made sense because she was always wearing hoodies, even in the like decent days. It seemed like she always had on a hoodie, and I thought it was because of maybe her arms for like track marks, but then it made more sense afterwards. So rest in peace to Shasha. I hope she's, in heaven. And she seemed like a good girl and a good person, so I would imagine. So I hope Matt's doing good. Just know that like it's only takes that one time. I OD'd 3 times altogether, and on those 3 times I'm still alive. It's crazy. I did it one time in the Warren Heights. I did it, or was it two? My bad. One time in the Warren Heights and one time at my dad's in the bathroom. And the one time I was with Monique and my kids, and she splashed water on me, called 911. They came and they revived me. And as soon as they did, they cuffed me and took me to jail. The second one was at my dad's, and my friend Brett was on Z's on the couch. I was also on Z's, and I was smoking hard. And then decided after like 6 months of being clean on the other stuff, which obviously I wasn't clean, but I just chose to go back down that route and do that. I just woke up in an ambulance. But I guess my dad came home and found him nodded out on the couch, and me with my head in a damn cat litter box fell out in his bathroom. I just remember him shining lights in my face saying, "We almost lost you," and I couldn't move. My whole body was numb. The next time I woke up, my mom was sitting next to my bedside, and I was strapped to a damn chair, and they were saying, we found your, I can't use the word, the S word. They thought it was a letter, but they said it was a journal. They're like, "We found your journal. What are you talking about?" But what it is I was writing things to my kids because I knew I had court to go to prison eventually. Like I was coming up on my court date. So I would write these things to my kids like a scrapbook, and I was going to give it to them one day, which I think I still got it in my stuff packed away. But at that time, I had it on the bed, writing in it, and then decided to do what I did and just never went in my room. So they thought I wrote it out to my kids and then went in the bathroom and did it on purpose. So I woke up strapped to the bed talking about I got pink slipped. And my mom's like, I was pissed, y'all. And my mom's like, "Yeah, you got to go upstairs do a 72-hour evaluation." I'm already on a mental health caseload, so I've been in a psych unit like 3 or 4 times, because every time an episode triggers something, they already know who I am, so they just book my ass in there, and this kind of counted as that. I'm gonna redo the story time about when they released me from the psych unit on accident. Another time. I might do that right now. But yeah, it's real early in the morning. It's like 6 in the morning. I slept for so many hours today that I'm wide awake. Took my medication. I'm in the MAT program. I take them orange things and my psych meds, and I smoke. I hit my pen. That's why I don't really feel sober, even though I switched one thing for another. I don't know, but I should be asleep, and I'm up doing story times at 6 in the morning. And now I'm gonna try to lay down for a couple hours and then get up again, because I got some interviews to do today for multiple people. And I want to rock out on another live session, because I had 4 people come in the box last night and we was kicking it. So let's do that again today, y'all. Stay safe, stay free, stay blessed.